Hey, Coach Scotty here, and I have a cool little presentation for you. So this is the Busy People's Guide to Instant Pot Soup. And I know I spelled busy wrong. I was being funny. I get a lot of questions on how to make life simpler. And this is the keys to the kingdom. This is what I do all the time. I never make, almost never make one meal. I always make 4 days worth or 3 days worth. So, because if I'm going to spend an hour cooking, I want that hour to be an investment that pays off for the next 2 or 3 days. There's no chance I want to spend an hour cooking a meal and then 3 hours later do that over again. I'm too busy for that. So I have a big Instant Pot. I have the larger version and I build a full recipe and it feeds me for 2 or 3 or 4 days. That's how I get through life being super efficient. When I make SBI muffins, or Donna muffins, I make 24 of them. They're going to carry me for a week. That makes my life make sense. So this is how you make Instant Pot soup so that you can hit your numbers easily. All right. So first thing is build a brand new recipe and then call it something obvious. So this is extra lean ground beef, soup, veggies in an Instant Pot. This is one of the most recent ones I've made. And then you click 1 serving for now. And then you bulk import the ingredients by turning that toggle on. And then you just type in all the ingredients. Don't worry about them for being accurate yet. That comes in a moment. So extra lean ground beef, onion, carrots, basmati rice, bell pepper, and just soup, which is a super healthy soup that I found. Super healthy soup. Anyway. So once you've done that, then you click on each ingredient and you're going to click on this one. Carrots came up first, probably alphabetical, whatever. And I noticed that it says it's got a check mark, right? Because I want a green check mark. That means it's a verified food. Because here's the problem with MyFitnessPal. Anybody can put a foodie in, and they might be an idiot. They might not have it. I've seen steak that showed 0 protein and 12 grams of carbs. Steak doesn't have carbs. So if you don't know what you're doing, you can put something in. So check stuff that's verified. So you're looking for that green shield with the check mark in it. Now, the next thing is this is cup. And I don't like cups. Boo. I want grams, right? Grams are more accurate. So we want to find grams. So this one comes in 1 gram serving size, which is awesome. And then I had 760 grams of carrots. Perfect. So that's all done. Now I threw that in. And the other thing, so then I put everything else in. Now it's funny. You're going to be like, hey, Coach Scotty, how come your white basmati rice was 1 cup dry? All right. When I did this recipe and I screenshotted it, I could only find a cup reading for the white basmati rice that I was using. Later, I found one that's in grams, but I didn't want to take a new photo and all that stuff. So that's me being lazy. Anyway, what I've done is I've put in all the ingredients that I had before I made the recipe. And then I look, hey, I'm 39% carbs, 20% fat, and 40% protein-ish. I'm right where I want to be. That's what I'm eating right now. If you're 30, 50, 20, you have to change for that. If you're eating on the reset, then don't worry about it too much, right? But if you're specific, you know your requirements, like if you're on the 6-week program, then this would be a lunch food because it's got the starch of the rice added and it fits your 40, 40, 20. It doesn't have any added fat, but it does have fat. So this is perfect for lunches for the 6-week program if you're on a 40, 40, 20. And of course, if it doesn't land on 40, 40, 20, then you get to adjust. You can add rice or add carrots until your carbs comes up to 50% and your protein is 30%, right? That's super easy and fun to play that game. It doesn't take too much time to make that work. Once you've got that, then you're going to brown whatever meat you're using with some coconut oil or avocado oil. Now, in this photo, I was just doing chicken thighs, but it doesn't matter. So you brown your meat, and then meanwhile, you turn your Instant Pot to saute, and you dump in the soup, and you add 1 container of water because you want liquid when you use an Instant Pot. Now, if you're adding rice, you want to add 3 soup containers full of water. Okay, because the rice will suck up all the moisture. And then you add in your vegetables as they're peeled and cut. And if you're not peeling and cutting vegetables, then you could just dump in, like I've done a mixed vegetables, a frozen pack. It's 740 grams, and I just dump the whole thing in. Great. That's great because there's a barcode scanner. In MyFitnessPal, I can scan the barcode and it pumps it into the recipe without any effort at all. Check that it's verified. And because sometimes there can be errors in those too, believe it or not. So once that's done, then you put lots of spices in. And I forgot to say that when you're browning your meat, use way more spices than you think. Instant Pots tend to dumb down the flavor of things a little bit. So add lots more spices than you think. I've never put too much spices in personally, and I'm not a spicy guy. So I go crazy with black pepper and salt and oregano, maybe not too much salt, but I go crazy with oregano and thyme, and basil, stuff like that. I love it. You can go, there's lots of different spices. You can do chili pepper if you like spicy, lots of stuff. Once that's done, you're going to put the lid on and you're going to change it to pressure cook and pressure cook it for 10 minutes. Now, once it's done pressure cooking for 10 minutes, then just let it go over by 10 or 20 minutes. I've been busy. Like I've gone down and I've thrown everything in the Instant Pot. It takes me 20 minutes to put it together, chuck it in, put it on 10 minutes pressure cook. And then I come upstairs to the office and I might work for an hour and I'll come down and it's over by 46 minutes. Doesn't matter. It's just in the keep warm zone and it's not a problem. Right. So then I just stir it all up. I let off the steam, open the lid and stir it. And it's fantastic. Now, here's the next critical step. Once that's done, you've got just a tiny bit more work to do. You need to either pre-weigh the bowl so that you know how much your bowl weighs. You're going to get a big bowl, set on your weigh scale. Now, I think it's an $80 weigh scale that goes up to, I think 5 kilograms. Okay. So most weigh scales they top out at 2 or 3 kilograms. So if you have one of those, you just need to know that you might need 2 bowls. Fair enough. But I've got a weigh scale that handles larger amounts on purpose because I got tired of the smaller one. And I weigh the bowl and then I write that down. So if the bowl weighs 250 grams, then I know that. Or you put the bowl right on the weigh scale and press the T for tare and reset the scale so that the bowl weighs 0. Then you dump in your food. Okay. Dump it all in. Now you can see here that that's 4,524 grams. Now I go back to MyFitnessPal and I change the serving size to 4,524 servings. So now this whole recipe is 4,524 servings of 1 gram. That becomes magic because now when I'm eating, I just put in this example, 500 grams. And that tells me that's 39.9 protein, 18 fat, and 37 carbs. Of course, it's matching the 40-40-20 rule, right? So then I just weigh it. And as long as it says 500 on the scale, I know exactly what to enter into MyFitnessPal because I track everything I eat. Now, if you're not tracking everything you eat and you're having lunch and you know that in your meal plan for the 6-week program, for example, is 5 ounces of extra lean ground beef, then all you have to do is find out how many grams of protein is in 5 ounces of lean ground beef, and then just change this until it lands there. It's super simple to do that. So that is the easiest way to put this together. Everything lands. It's super, super simple. It's easy all the time. You can eat like a queen or a king, and you never have to worry about it. Just if you know that your serving is 400 grams or 500 grams or 600 grams, great. You just measure it out and off you go. And now it takes 3 minutes in the microwave to reheat that and you're running. It takes no extra time. And that's what I'm gonna have for lunch today. It's phenomenal. So I hope that's helpful. It's the greatest way to stay control of eating on target, eating on purpose, with purpose, and having your food serve you all the time with no extra waste, right? Because we're busy and I get it. This is how it can help. I hope this is great. Let me know what you think.